players especially too. Just big love, big respect to Dricket out there, also helping put all that together. In the Northeast, we have the blue Terran player playing for Alpha X. He is Future.
I mean, it's hard not to do a big shout out to Alpha X, supporting so many North American players and players across the planet right now, arranging incredible events. So a big shout out to their owner, who is also called Grant, which makes me very happy. They've been doing great, all of their staff doing great, and actually where I started off when I started casting again was with Alpha X. So yeah, when I first came back a couple of years back to the scene, well, started investing more time into it instead of just watching and play. Now, a pretty standard matchup, a pretty standard opening here, nothing exceptionally strange. Nina is moving a probe into a very suspicious location, might go for a late scout, might drop down that proxy, but I want to go back to something you said just a moment ago, Nate, and that's a bit, and that's shouting out these new teams, Exxon, Archangel, Alpha X, that are doing so much for not just North American, but the world of StarCraft. Big shout out to all of you guys. We saw it on we saw a Twitter thread recently, and we don't do enough for these teams. So please, if you have 30 seconds of time, go and type in Exxon Gaming, type in Archangel Gaming, type in Alpha X, follow all these guys on Twitter. Give them the love they deserve, because they're the ones that are supporting our players.
Yeah. Got nothing else to add to that. So the proxy Stargate. So I think we're going to see some shield battery Void Ray shenanigans here. I was going to say, it's not uncommon to do Cybernetics Core before Nexus anymore, but the reason why Terrans were confused, right, who didn't see Partings games, was like 99% of the time these builds prior to that GSL night were 100% one base all-ins. Like, it was always because you wanted to get that proxy second gateway, proxy Stargate, proxy Robo, and that makes it a little hard because the Nexus doesn't come in quite super fast, but this Zealot is going to come in and be annoying. This is going to be a distractor, right? It's a bit of a red herring. You might think that there's a second gateway on the map when you see this. Yeah, he's going to proxy a starport.
Oh my god. Okay, this game's going to get a little weird. No. One thing I very much find troubling for Future is he didn't Reaper expand. He made a Marine to start with. He has seen absolutely nothing.
I think he knows now. I think he sees the battery. But this is
yes, he does. Okay,
it's about as rough as it could have been because he has no anti-air and there's a Void Ray now.
He's doing so much.
He's gonna have 3 Marines versus a Void Ray, and I don't think that works actually. Can I kill the reactor if you want? Yeah, get the depots. He never finished the. Oh wait, he did. He snuck an SCV down there for the command center. I think he just finished it. Ooh. So that actually helps with the supply issue quite significantly. But he has nothing to deal with this. And not having your starport at home is actually, like, I don't know. If you don't, like, basically instantly scout this with a Reaper or an SCV, you kind of just die to it, so. Yeah.
Now, Marines have managed to push back the Adept, but the Adept offered a lot here. Now, the Widowminer is going to come out. That is a big nuisance, and it's going to mean Nina has to micro around a little bit. It does do a lot of damage, if not kill one of these Void Rays. She's doing a very good job of keeping Future supply block, and now we see those prismatic beams aligned. The reactor will go down. There is a bunker here for Future, and I don't know if Nina knows about the natural. Yes, she does. She has seen it. Okay. She's continuing here to produce Void Rays, adding on lots of extra gates as well, which is pretty fascinating. But the Liberator for Future at the other side of the map here, mate.
Yeah, so this is the annoying thing. He does have, she does have the Warp Gate available. So she can bring in a Stalker back home if she really needs to at least try to poke that. She starts building a Phoenix. Recall the Stalkers. I like that a lot. I think that's the best move you can make here. And then she's going to try to bait that Widow Mine too to keep the Void Rays alive. Oh, well.
Cyclone on the way, but if his factory goes down, what answers on the left here for Future? I mean, he's run out of answers, right? There's nothing left. He has no units. He's going to try and hard turtle and repair this, but Prismatic Beams do so much damage.
Cyclones are also extremely low hit point units as well. So, by the way, Phoenix just lifts it. GG. Very well played there. That's perfect execution of a nice little slice of some sharp yellow Tillamook cheddar if I was to go for my favorite cheese personally there. That's a brutal build. And if you don't basically see it coming or expect it, you can get clapped mega hard. But good, nice aggressive start to the series for Nina. I like it. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, and taking a look at map picks, Nina was B. That wasn't even her map pick. And first map pick did go to Future, so now we move on to Eternal Empire, which is Nina's pick. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit more of a standard game here, but I mean, if it works, what? Do it again.
Again? No,
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but I have a strange feeling Future's going to be going for a pretty early SCV scout. I'm gonna be honest with you, with the amount of stuff, the amount of openers that you have to play against in TVP, I think the mid and late game of the matchup are pretty fine. But with the amount of early game stuff Protoss can do to you, you should be SCV scouting every game, in my opinion. That's just me. I think you should SCV scout Protoss every single time, because getting caught off guard by stuff like that is just extremely painful. It makes you feel bad. It's gonna hurt your ability to play in the next game. So that's tough. That's tough.
Nina, just asking for a second, guys. We will be getting into our possibly final map of the evening very shortly. If not, it will at least be the penultimate map. We will be getting into that very soon. Did get to catch a little bit of the cat cam here from Nina, of course, as well. It's a very beautiful cat. I love to see it. Makes me happy. The cat unfazed by the first win. So very, very cool. And yeah, we're just waiting now.
Do you have any pets, Grant?
I have a dog called Ziggy.
Nice. What kind of dog is he?
He's a Shih Tzu. I didn't swear.
Ooh.
And he's kind of developmentally challenged. So I never planned to buy a dog.
He's a silly. You have a silly dog. It's a bit silly.
It's a bit more than silly. I never planned to buy a dog, but my mother was buying one to keep her company while she was sick, and I was like, okay, I'll go with her. And then I went, and no one had bought him because like his teeth, he's got like a massive underbite, and he's kind of ugly as heck, as we'd say. And the owner was like, I can't get rid of him. I can't get rid of him. And I was like, do it. And she's like, you can have him for cheap. And I was like, no, I'm paying full price, so he knows his worth.
Oh, okay. There's the wholesome turn I needed. I needed that. Okay, we were going down a dark path for a moment.
He lives about 10 minutes away with my family for now because I couldn't have a dog where I live. But I saw him today, this morning. We went out for a nice walk, which was really fun. He likes to chase the birds and the squirrels and not listen to me. But we are getting into our map now, mate. What about you? You have Lou. You have Lou. I already know.
I've got Lewis. We've got Lewis, the ever energetic golden retriever. Katie's taking him out. They were walking around outside today, and I have a cat that literally never leaves the closet. It just yeah, she had a rough life. We rescued her. We rescued her. Her name's Kiki, and she just doesn't leave the closet because she doesn't like people. But we're working on her. We're trying to help. We're trying to be good parents.
Keep us updated here, Nate. On
I will.
DreamHack
I will.
ESL Fall. That's all we care about. StarCraft comes second to Kiki's happiness. Now, in the top right corner of Eternal Empire, she is the Protoss playing for Exxon, leading the series 1-0. It's Nina.
And her opponent in the Southwest, the blue Terran player representing Alpha X, he is Future. Yeah, lovely cat, super cuddly, just doesn't like hanging out in open spaces. Likes having her dark corners.
And Nate, as we are possibly in our final map, I think it would be remiss for me not to say thank you very much to you for carrying my heavy ass throughout today, but also to our producer, to our sound people, to our PA, to everyone, to Heyoka for giving me this opportunity. It's been a dream come true. I've only ever done one premiere event before, and that was because someone got sick. So to actually be selected for one, it's, not many people get to do this. And thank you. You've made it super fun. I've really enjoyed hanging out with you. And now
I've had a blast.
Soppy.
I've had a blast, man. It's been a pleasure to cast with you. You roll with the punches of some of the dumb shit I say to get your goat pretty well. So honestly, it's fairly impressive. Griefing the new guys a little bit to see how they react is also a very important part of the commentator process. You got to be able to take a couple of jabs. Yeah, exactly. A bit here and there. Here and there. I love that she's doing it again, though. I feel so dirty.
I don't.
You know how hard it is to get Lysol wipes in America, man? I'll never be able to clean this filth off.
This isn't great, though.
Well, that's why you start 3 pylons and you get a battery, because What is the Terran to do other than to pull SCVs to try and knock it down?
And you can't do that. It's too far to travel, right?
It's too far to try.
The Zealot is going to come across the map as well, and I really, really like that variation. I've seen Protoss players doing this, not always with the Zealot, and it just offers so much disruption. It requires constant attention from the Terran, because if it gets on top of stuff, it just slices them in half, and then you're like, oh, bugger, I've got no units left. Bunker coming up here. This is very well prepared for by Future, definitely, but this is still really dangerous if the batteries go up, and they will. Did another probe come across? It must have.
Now, what's really hard about dealing with this strategy is that there are not any units that can just chase the Void Rays and kill them, even if you have enough to overwhelm them, right? The Void Ray is faster than all of the Terran units that you could really use that are on the ground. Yeah. So you can kind of run away pretty easily if you feel like they've got like multiple Cyclones or something. But Mag Field takes forever to research. And look at what the Zealot and Adept do. The Void Ray, okay, I think the Void Ray could have just tried to take a couple of hits on the bunker first, but the big problem here is you need to get Vikings. You need a lot of Vikings. It is the best way to really deal with this usually. The Adept still being alive is also mind-numbingly frustrating.
This Adept is going to win the game here, Vanina.
Yeah, another Adept is here. Didn't raise the depot, by the way.
I mean, the Cyclone comes up.
Okay, killing that Void Ray. That's huge. That's really big. That's big.
So big. The Cyclone is very, very low. Going to be repaired. Very nice here from Future. But again, the starport's still not done. And Void Rays come in pairs, Nate. The second one is now joining up. I don't know about this. I think
I don't like the extension. I don't like the extension of the Void Rays like this because the Cyclone's always going to try to get the lock on. And then the Adepts, yes, Cyclones have low health, but if he kills this Void Ray, okay, I was going to say, if he kills this Void Ray, then he's actually getting into a really good position with 2 Cyclones versus 1 Void Ray. And he starts Mag Field because he's like, okay, well, my starport's never going to finish, but you need a reactor, you need to get Vikings. Because here's the issue and why I didn't like Nina moving her Void Rays up like that. Is
no battery.
You can always just fall back. You can just always fall back to the shield batteries, right? You need air units to actually like bring a penultimate end to this until you get a lot of mag field accelerator Cyclones. But usually, if you're going to commit too hard to that, then the Protoss player is going to do something crazy, like get a fleet bacon or whatever. And at the very least, Nina can continue to chip away at the SCV count as they come to try to save this bunker.
Yeah, Nina's doing a good job now of keeping her units alive. Void Rays do scale very, very well on mass. The more you get, the more difficult this is for the Terran player. Of course, Cyclones can only lock on 2-1 at a time, and they're very, very squishy. Once Flux Veins comes in, this becomes very different. And now we're seeing a Phoenix transition again here from Nina. And this, I mean, you lift a Cyclone and it's no longer a threat to you. It's going to be doing pitiful damage. So Nina's making some nice moves, but Future nearly has mag field. And Nina's, again, she's swinging around. I'm not sure I like this.
The 3 Stalkers. The 3 Stalkers are the problem. Mag field is not ready yet. And the production is now under a little bit of a threat as well. So lifts up again. Cyclone down. I think that's just 1 Cyclone. Now there's a tank, but the problem is, what are you gonna do? Just run all the way back there? I would kill this tech lab. Kill this tech lab, and there's nothing that. Oh, you really need to kill that. Okay, that was at like it was like 95% done. You see everything that comes out of the factory instantly dies. GG. Nina with the 2-0 victory.